Hey, what is up, church? It's June, and it's hard to believe that it's June of 2021 already, and this life is beginning to move away from us staying home and getting into activities that we used to partake in before. And because it's summer, I'm sure there's a lot of you who are thinking of those things that happen during summertime. When I was a kid, it was baseball. It was summertime meant that we were home from school, and us kids would grab a ball, we'd grab our mitt, we'd grab our baseball bat, and we'd head off to the park. Right until that time when mom would call us back home, or we knew that parents would be coming back home from work, and we would head home. And for us, it was this dream that somehow, some way, we would end up on that field, right? For me, a kid growing up in San Diego, it was Jack Murphy Stadium that I would get to play where the Padres were playing. For some of you, it's probably going down to Tiger Stadium or Comerica Park, right? That to watch the Tigers play. But how great would it be if you got to actually step on the field and throw a pitch or swing a bat or put your glove to the test? I think even closer to home, many of us spend time here in the Lansing area at the Lansing Lugnuts. I know when I first moved to Michigan, I spent a lot of time in C.O. Brown Stadium in Battle Creek watching the Battle Cats play. And Stephanie and I spent many of our early years of marriage evenings out there and with our kids when they were really little, sitting behind the net behind home plate, because quite frankly, that was the only level of baseball that we could get to where we would get those premium seats. And we sat behind the net because we figured it was safe for the kids, but really, I just wanted to have those high quality seats. And that was my opportunity to sit there. But I learned some things. One is that there's many reasons for why players would be going through the minor leagues. One is that they were young, they were just drafted, they're brand new, and so this minor league system was a way for them to learn their trade, to not just in baseball, but also what it means to talk to reporters and to live away from home and to be an adult and be responsible, and to learn the game of baseball at a higher level. What I also learned was that there was other players who would move back down into those minor leagues. Maybe they were a big name player and they've accomplished some things in their career, but they've got hurt or they hit a slump or there were some things that they needed to work on, and so they would move back into the minors. And I would be fortunate enough to get to watch some big name players play in a very small stadium. Perhaps you have as well. Minor leagues. And this summer, we're going to spend some time in the minors. And not in a baseball field, though that might happen, and hopefully it does with you and I if you're close by, or maybe if you're traveling in. But we're going to spend some time in the minors. And the difference with these minors, the minors that we're going to hang out with and spend some time with over the course of summer here at Holt Christian Church, are not any less important. It's not a downgrade from their big brother, the majors. In fact, they're just as important, just as vital. And if you went through Jewish scriptures, there is not even a differentiation between minors and majors. If you haven't caught on yet, the minors that I'm talking about are the minor prophets in the Old Testament of the Bible. And in our designations, we call them the minor prophets really because they're shorter. But shorter does not mean less important. And I think there's some very important lessons for us to learn. And in much the same way that a minor league baseball player would spend some time in the minors to learn his trade, to become better equipped, to know how to navigate through life. Our hope is that over the next few weeks, couple months, 3 months or so over the summer, that we are going to spend some time in the minors with a major impact on our life as we journey together to connect with Jesus. I pray that you join us either online right here where you're watching this video Sundays at 10 o'clock, or at our physical building at 2424 Washington Road in Lansing, Michigan. But I look forward to seeing you as we don't throw the baseball too much, but spend some time in the minors.